Good evening and welcome. You're watching the Newshour agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, the Supreme Court lifted the ban put on the film The Kerala Story by the West Bengal government and the shadow ban by the Tamil Nadu government. More importantly, the apex court made significant interventions on the issue of free speech. The Supreme Court said that there is a positive obligation on part of the state to facilitate screening of a film and to exercise freedom of expression. The state cannot say that 13 people have complained about the movie and hence a ban should be put on the basis of that. Can a Cinema Regulation Act be used to put a premium on public intolerance? Because then all films will find themselves in that spot. And what will people be left seeing? Cartoons and sport. This, by the way, flies in the face of the reasoning that had been given by these two states, whose leaders otherwise speak strongly for freedom of expression. When it comes to them, though, these same states, these same political parties and these same politicians hide behind the law and order excuse, a facade that pretty much was ripped away by the Supreme Court.
I always wish to re-emphasize is, look at the intent. Her intent was that no communities should be hurt, or cutting across all religious lines, no community should be hurt, and in case any community feels hurt and reacts, and that is why if there is a law and order disturbance, for which she took the call.
ममता दीदी को हम तो यही कहेंगे कि प्लीज़ हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप हमारे साथ फिल्म देखिए, और अगर आपको फिल्म में कुछ भी ऐसा लगता है तो हमारे साथ डिस्कस करिए. हम आपके हर वैलिड क्रिटिसिज्म को सुनना भी चाहेंगे और हम उस पर हमारा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी रखना चाहेंगे, और यही डेमोक्रेसी है.
This, by the way, isn't the only film that has been in hot water with the West Bengal government. In 2019, the screenings of Joshi, pardon my pronunciation, but it was basically Bobashirate Bhoot, were cancelled the day after its premiere. Why? Because higher authorities issued the orders. By the way, the film mocked everything from the BJP's so-called cow politics to Marxism of the left front to radical Islam. But clearly, the TMC took exception to the digs at its ideology and stopped the screening of the movie. In 2013, before that, the regional body of the Central Board of Film Certification refused to pass Suman Mukhopadhyay's film Kangal Malsat. The body said that the film was unnecessarily using abusive language, sexuality and a casual approach to portraying social movements that may hurt sentiments and were a distortion of history. Today, the Supreme Court said very clearly that just because there is public outrage and hurt sentiments is absolutely no reason to give way to a section of people, to 13 people saying, we don't want to see this. It's the job of the state to ensure that the right to free speech of everyone is upheld. After all of this, has it been amply shown that security, law and order was just an excuse to mask intolerance to views one does not like?